The pose editor has two modes, the pose mode and the config mode. Please check out the previous lessons to learn more about the pose mode. The config mode is used to configure the rig of the animated game object. The rig is the representation of the bones and transforms, or in other words, the skeleton. The config mode has three sections: the rig hierarchy, the configuration, and the display section. The display section is exactly the same as in pose mode. Please check out the previous lessons to learn more about the display section. The rig hierarchy is a tree view that shows all joints and transforms that are configured in this UMotion project. The symbol next to each tree view item indicates its type. It can either be a transform, a generic bone, or a humanoid bone. Humanoid bones are bones that are mapped to a humanoid avatar. To learn more, please check out the appropriate section in the Unity manual linked in the video description. When assigning a game object to the pose editor for the first time, UMotion automatically creates a configuration for every joint and transform of that game object. UMotion configures this rig in such a way that it is best suitable for the user in the most common situations. It will also make joints and transforms invisible that are usually not relevant for animating. So if you are missing a joint or transform in the pose mode, you will have to make it visible manually. More about that later. UMotion doesn't have as much information about a model as the 3D modeling application where it was created in. A typical problem is that the bone length for end joints like at the fingers is not available. Thus, the fingertips are only joints with bone length 0. In order to correct this issue, you can add custom joints to the rig at the fingertips. To add a custom joint, select the last joint of a finger and click on Add, Extrude. Small position corrections may be necessary in order to match exactly with the fingertips. Custom joints and transforms are not only useful for adding missing bone length information, they can also be used to create advanced helper rigs that, combined with inverse kinematics, makes professional workflows commonly used when animating in famous modeling applications possible. The pose the character has in config mode is called the reference pose. When properties are not keyed, the values of the reference pose are used. Thus, when creating a new empty animation clip, the character resets to the reference pose. It makes sense to use a T-pose as reference pose. The T-pose is when a human character is standing with both arms stretched to the side like a T. When applying a character for the first time to the pose editor, the current pose it has in the scene view is used as reference pose. You can use the Apply Bind Pose button to reset the character to the pose it was modeled in the modeling application. Usually, models are modeled in T-pose. To save the reference pose, click on Save Reference Pose. In the Properties tab, the properties of selected joints and transforms can be set. The name, type, and parent properties can only be set for custom created joints. With the type property, you can choose if a custom created object will be displayed as a joint of a bone or as a transform. This setting only affects the visual appearance. The parent link style property defines how the connection between the selected joint or transform and its parent is displayed. For bones, the default setting is solid. Dashed displays the connection as a dashed line, and hidden displays no connection at all. With the visibility property, it is possible to hide joints or transforms in the scene view. Please note that also the parent link style needs to be set to hidden in order to hide it completely. Properties of hidden objects will still appear in the animated properties list. Locked joints or transforms are read-only. They are hidden in the scene view and their properties are not displayed in the animated properties list. As mentioned before, UMotion may have automatically hidden or locked joints or transforms, so it may be necessary to manually make them visible again. Constraints are an exclusive feature of UMotion Professional. Constraints can be used for inverse kinematics or for changing the parent of a joint or transform during an animation. For more information, please check out the UMotion Professional tutorials.